Just talking? Well, what's the show about? About nothing.
All right. Welcome back to the Strange Noise Podcast, everybody.
Hello, hello.
What's up, guys and gals?
Thank you for joining us, party people
Party people, I always forget
Party
that.
people.
or folks.
We're going to get
Folks.
sued by freaking tag team for saying party people.
Sprinkles. Have you seen that? What was it? That progressive commercial they do?
Yes.
Where they're
That's
doing
great.
Ice cream.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that one.
It's a good one.
Classic. Now it's classic.
Go check it out. But we got a good show for everybody today. Let's see. First, we're getting into some music news.
Yeah.
We'll be going over some recent stuff that's gone on in the music world. We'll also be getting into Joyner Lucas made some headlines recently. Then we'll be getting into the slap heard around the world.
Yep.
There is a music angle, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But then we'll be closing out the episode with our new music or music roundup, what we've been digging, what we're excited for. And hopefully if you guys want to, you can check it out as well.
Something for your ear holes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff for your ear holes. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Get the boxing gloves. Let's do it.
Do it.
So what's going on, Ray?
It's anniversary of one of my, I don't know if it's one of your guys' first albums, but one of my first quote unquote emo albums was Taking Back Sunday, Tell All Your Friends.
Absolutely.
It is turning 20 years old.
It's crazy.
I was surprised. I thought it was older.
It does seem like it would be
It's
older. Right?
offensive. No.
I feel like it would be older. Yeah, I know
What?
you don't want to get old, but it just feels
No.
like
It doesn't feel that old, though. I mean, it feels...
It feels appropriate.
Yeah, it feels appropriate, but I wouldn't feel like it's older than that.
I thought it would have been like at least 25. If I had
thought
to
it
just like take a shot in the dark,
Huh.
I'm thinking like 25, but we know it's 20, so.
I thought it was closer, yeah, because I think when I originally got it, I think
Yeah.
I bought Jimmy Eat World's Bleed American and Tell All Your Friends at the same time. And I think Bleed American is like 2 years or so older than that.
Okay.
So I think in my mind, I put them at the same age.
Nice.
But if that's one of your guys' favorite albums, we will be doing a retro review, 20-year
Yes.
review, album review on that next episode. Be diving into it track by track, telling you our favorites, what we thought about it, what we think about it now, and just general thoughts of the album overall.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's like our first review, right? Or
Yeah, I
Kinda.
don't think we've
Music
actually done
review.
an official album review on something. I mean,
we're
we've talked
Probably
smack.
true. Yeah.
about
For
time,
sure.
right? 3 years later?
You let us know. You let us know.
We're growing. We're getting better every episode. But from there, we will dive into. We just got the news this weekend that we lost the legendary drummer from Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins,
Oof.
passed at the young age of 50.
So young.
Good drummer, dude.
Dude, it's funny because he's like before I seen Aaron from Under Oath as a drummer,
Yeah.
like he was one of the drummers that I looked at as like, oh man, that guy's just going ape
Yeah.
on the freaking drum kit, you
Yeah.
know? But
Yeah.
they were in Colombia, I believe. I think they were playing the Lollapalooza in Colombia, no? Or
I think it is it. Yeah.
and then authorities were called that night. I believe they were saying paramedics were called for somebody dealing with chest pains. And they came in, they found Taylor. So right now, they haven't ruled a cause of death, but they said that they found, I believe, 10 substances in his system.
Damn.
There's a few that they said THC, antidepressants, benzos, a couple others.
Damn.
Now we don't know.
That's
you
a
know,
cocktail.
yeah. I mean, obviously we can draw our conclusions, but there hasn't been an official
Yeah.
report released.
We'll wait
Sure.
for the report.
Yeah, you know what? Like it sucks because like when the news came out, like that was my first thought. I was like, I really hope like it was just, medical thing. And
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't, he, did something or,
Right.
Yeah.
No overdose.
Yeah. Sure.
especially to link, I know this, years removed, but Dave Grohl losing Kurt Cobain and then now Dave
Sure.
Grohl losing Taylor. Like, I mean, it kind of sucks that those are in the same
Yeah.
kind of realm.
Yeah. I heard he was a really solid guy too.
Oh yeah,
Nice guy from Laguna.
yeah, local guy. Yeah,
Local to us.
the beach.
Yeah, and everyone that knew him just had nothing but good things to say, man.
Yeah.
Said that he was just like sort of like the life of the party, and if he wasn't doing music, that he'd be doing like acting or some sort of like role like that.
Yeah, always
because
had
he
a
was
project
just-
going on.
Yeah.
I could see that because I was I think the next morning I got up and I'd seen a YouTube video posted where he was doing a cover of "Somebody to Love" and he was singing vocals.
Oh,
sick.
sick.
They were doing a Queen cover.
He's a really talented guy.
Yeah, dude, he had some range on him.
Sick.
Like he was having fun with it. You can tell like he was just kind of trying to do the Freddie Mercury vocal runs, but it wasn't too bad at it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's funny, like even till like the recent shows, like how he still looked up to Dave Grohl as like an amazing drummer.
Yeah.
Because I was hearing them recast some interviews, and he was talking about how when he first was asked to play with the Foo Fighters, like I guess he wasn't a full member yet,
Yeah.
and he was on a plane back home, and I think he said Alanis Morissette. He was with Alanis Morissette, and she had said like, "Oh, what are you gonna do when they ask you to officially join the Foo Fighters?" He's like, "Oh man," he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "I'm gonna go insane." He's like, "Cause that's Dave Grohl there. He's like a legendary drummer. So it's gonna be intimidating to be the drummer."
I can't imagine how intimidating that was initially, dude.
Yeah, to be like kind of not compared, but like drumming in the band for the guy that's that one of the greatest drummers, and then drummed for Nirvana. So it's like crazy.
He's legendary, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what he said when he was doing the cover of Queen. Was he's all the great thing about getting to sing vocals, for Foo Fighters is like when I sing, I have the greatest rock drummer of all time playing drums for me.
Mm.
And Dave Grohl, is just being super humble. He's like, shut up, type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just seeing that, it just seems like he was just a salt of the earth kind of guy.
Yep.
But you will be missed.
He'll be missed.
Condolences to the family, friends, the rock world, and the music world in general.
Yep.
Just lost a good one there. But from there, we're just gonna head into our first break,
Let's do it.
Perfect.
and we'll be right back. But if you liked any of the music we played so far, go ahead and check them out. If you're only listening to the regular audio version, we do play music. So please check it out on Spotify. We have some songs built into the podcast. If you're only watching it on YouTube, yes, we do have music on the Spotify version.
Yeah, buddy.
So please check that out. But without further ado, let's get back into the episode.
Let's do it.
We're going to be talking about one Joyner Lucas and him kind of throwing a fit a little bit.
He did. He did throw a fit. He went on a rant. Went on a Twitter rant last week, and he ended up dogging on Lollapalooza mainly. He did inject MGK's name in there.
Ooh,
Sorry, we told you what we were going to do. We gotta do it.
It's Joyner this time. It's not us.
Rob already got fucking reprimanded for it.
He's an aside to the story.
But he did. He went on a huge rant. Here's some of the text that he ended up saying. I'm the biggest independent artist, period, with the exception of somebody named Tech. And I got the numbers and the fans to prove it and the money bag to prove it. He just feels like he got snubbed because he was bottom billed on the Lollapalooza flyer.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, so like the flyer would show the headlines, all the supporting acts, and he was like bunched in with the supporting acts.
Bunched in with the smaller text
okay.
artists.
So did he say what, or do we know what actual spot he had in the lineup?
He didn't say, but I'm
Okay.
just assuming that he's just somewhere in the mix of an early performer,
Yeah.
early daytime performer, which, I mean, obviously that sucks for any artist, but if you're up and coming, it's just part of the things that you have to do,
Hustle.
I do like Joyner. I don't want to say that I think that he deserves top billing or anything like that,
Yeah, I don't think he's there yet.
but
especially for Lollapalooza, because they're known to have bigger artists like headline.
right.
5
years maybe. I could see him possibly being like sub headliner or part of the headlining group. I think it's about like 6 headliners or something like that.
All right.
Which one of them is MGK, which is kind of just weird anyways, because he, came from rapping to the pop thing, and I digress.
But this is how MGK got brought up, right? Because MGK is headlining it. So
he is part of the headliners, the big name people.
The big name
people.
The ones you see on the flyer,
the
not
ones
the ones that you
see.
have to squint.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's easy because it's like just MGK. You know what I mean? So it's like easier than instead of Joyner.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Joyner would take up too much room
But I'm pretty sure. I think they did.
on the flyer.
Joyner, you gotta short your name, man.
It was really just a design
He's calling you
choice.
JL.
Yeah. Yell at the designer. I'm pretty sure it's his fault.
Yeah,
It's always the designer's fault.
Maybe the designer was playing favoritism,
Maybe.
and he's just like, "This is what I think the show should look like."
He was playing
Kind of like
favorites.
what you did here, Ray, with designing the old posters. You just like, it's mostly just your dream show.
That is true. Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry. Yeah.
he ended up. We went on a weird tangent.
All the
for
people
those
who are
of you
just
can't
listening to
see-
audio.
Yeah. For those of you who can't see, I was just gonna say, very sorry because we're looking at something right now. There's posters that are pinned up behind us.
Check out the video. If you
Yeah,
want.
check out the video.
There you
Do
go.
yourself a favor. Check out the YouTube or watch. Is the video on Spotify too? No,
Not yet.
not yet. It will be sometime soon.
Hopefully.
But hopefully, allegedly. But he also, Joyner, he ended up, that was last week when he went on that rant. And this week he apologized. So he went and sort of, swallowed his pride. And he mentions it too. He ends up saying, like, hey man, I'm learning every day. Kind of like I'm an only human type of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he did apologize. He did call out MGK and apologize to him specifically as well.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because he actually went pretty. I guess wouldn't say he went hard in on him, but he called out like weird things. Because didn't he say like oh you like the dude that wears like finger or paints his nails or something like that? Like
What's wrong with painting your nails, bro?
I know. And then
I like you, Joyner.
when I first saw that, I was like, I swore
It was like petty shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I swear I remember there's a music video where Joyner had like black nails or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, you're right. Like it's petty stuff that he brought
it's
up.
petty shit, like your nails and like what the fuck? Like who cares?
Yeah, I think he even said something about like dyeing your hair too, right? Did he say something? Or?
No, he said something to the effect, he was like, yeah, my boy Eminem bodied you in that track. And
Oh,
then
okay.
now you've got this. He ends up saying something like, if you were in my hood, nobody would you wouldn't stand a chance with those painted nails. Something like
that's what
that.
it was.
Something
Okay.
to that effect. And I'm sorry that I'm paraphrasing. I tried pulling it up. I took screenshots of most of the comments, but that one I just must have overlooked. But he did apologize, and he apologized in depth, and he did let him know that part of being a man is admitting when you fucked up and getting frustrated when you feel like you're being the underdog. And I can feel that, it's a frustrating type of place to be in because he's doing well and he's independent now. He's without he's not under contract with any record label.
Okay.
So he might feel like he's getting snubbed a little bit because he is an independent artist, not
maybe.
getting the right traction that he probably deserves.
I mean, it's all true. I mean, I get why he would be pissed because, he is an independent artist, but the music, especially all these labels, they have their hands so deep in like all these festivals and shit that it's like,
Yep.
it's hard to break even when you're big in like say on something as simple as a poster.
yeah.
Or I don't know what his deal was with with the money he was gonna get, shit like that. But fortunately, man, it's like fuck, that's the music business.
Yeah.
Dude, and yeah, like when I first heard about it, I was like, man, if it bothered him that much, like, why didn't he have like specifics in his contract?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like
That's what I don't get. Yeah.
it feels like something like all those details would have been figured out prior to
Yeah.
him getting upset. Like, he would have known how much he was making, where he was in the lineup,
Yeah.
and not only that, but like, if it was so important to him how he appeared on the flyer, like that probably could have been written into your contract
For
as
sure,
well.
yeah. All those deets could
Yeah.
be in the contract as clauses and stuff like that. And then
So that's what kind of like was
That's,
weird to me.
It's a
That's
big, it is a red flag to me too.
he had a shitty lawyer in that part, if anything.
I can understand maybe knowing what you're getting paid, but then, being surprised about your billing later,
Yeah.
but not knowing because he was complaining about his bag. He was like, you guys want to give me this much to show up, and then you end up billing me this way too. So it's kind of confusing. It's like, what do you know?
Yeah,
How do you not know already? And I don't know. Like, so you found out what you were going to make, and then you were like, I'll take it. Then you found out billing, so you're like, fuck that. Now I'm really offended now.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he was offended more because he sees himself as either a better or maybe even a bigger artist than MGK. Because it seemed like he took slight with MGK. He didn't point out any other headliners as that he should have, been above or whatever. I don't even know if he thinks that, but it was weird that he did take issue with MGK on there.
I think because they've got a closer circle. For most of the people that are billed, closer circle. I know Joyner's close with Eminem as well.
Yeah.
They were even featured on a few songs together. Joyner's coming up. It's so crazy. Obviously, there's some other controversy with him as well, being a rapper. I know you mentioned a couple things off the mic. We won't get into that just yet, but to finish the thought about his relationship with Eminem, obviously we know that Eminem went to the thing where he bodied freaking, he bodied MGK.
I mean, he won that one, I think, but I don't know. But anyways,
so they went to that feud anyways, that lyrical feud, the musical feud. And that's his relation. He knows Eminem. He knows he's on the defense of, Eminem's side.
Mm-hmm. So he's already like an enemy, kind of like, so it's not like he's, the thing is he's just being petty about it. Like, why go there?
It seems a little petty.
Yeah.
And I mean, it definitely comes off that way because now he's apologizing. Yeah. He even made a comment. He was like, these Russians hacked my account just as a joke. It is obviously a joke.
To soften the
I mean, that's
approach.
pretty cool.
But it's pretty funny. Yeah.
He tried to take a comedic approach about it. But hey.
These damn Russian hackers done hacked my phone yesterday. Shaking my head.
Did he send a picture with him holding a yellow notebook saying,
oh, that's great.
For real. I do commend the idea of him coming back with the apology and saying, I'm learning to be like a better person type thing. I do commend that because there are plenty of times that people like tweet out something and instead of apologizing or saying anything, they just delete it.
Yeah.
They don't say anything,
Yeah.
So I will commend that. So
absolutely. And there's so many different comments to his defense about apologizing. Yeah, I think it's like 3 or 4 different comments, and they're all about Machine Gun Kelly, just reiterating his apology.
Hey man, he admitted it, and he just needs to, fucking get some more info down before he agrees to these things. Then
that's it. I think yes.
I think that's what it is. It's like being heated, like you didn't fucking find out the information. It's your fault.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is a learning thing because you're saying he's an independent artist. Maybe he's learning. Maybe his label dealt with this stuff before. Yeah. And now that he's independent, he didn't really realize like, oh crap, I got to put all that in my writer.
True. Yep. Yeah. It's very true, man.
So. Take it as a learning experience.
Yep.
Maybe he'll get on a new MGK track.
Or just do what we did. When we got billed weird, we did not play until the other band had to go on. Remember?
We're like, we're going to go down the street, hang out a bit. And then we'll come back.
Our guy is not here yet. We can't go on stage.
So we know this petty shit.
And then we ran right out and we told him, just fucking drive around the block 3 more times. We know you're already here. We know. Okay, yeah, just keep driving for like 15 more minutes because this other band's going to get... It's the weirdest thing ever.
So we understand.
Yeah.
We know.
Good on you, Joyner. I'm glad to see that you did the apology. You took the high road. We could all learn from that.
Yep.
Maybe a one Will Smith might win. Might learn from that.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that in a bit.
Yep.
But from there, we'll head into our next break.
On to the music.
Yep. And we'll be right back. Yep. Let's get back into the episode and talk about the slap heard around the world.
Boom.
This is awesome. I can't wait to talk about it.
By now we're at the end of the news. What is it, turn mill, whatever.
You guys are already probably tired of it by the time this airs.
But
absolutely, but
it couldn't go without being talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, but for all you who didn't see, I don't know who didn't see, the Oscars were going on. And Chris Rock came out to present an award.
Yeah.
Which Questlove ended up winning that award in that category.
But you don't know about it.
Nobody really saw because of the debacle that took place. He's Chris Rock said a joke with Jada Smith, Will Smith's wife, being the punchline, basically referring to her shaved head, buzz head, short hair.
Because I know she does have a what is it, an illness that
alopecia. She just came out saying that she has alopecia. And Chris Rock made a joke referencing that and referring back to G.I. Jane. If famously Demi Moore shaved her head for that role. So that was the joke. And Will Smith at first seemed to laugh at it.
Yeah, he laughed very hard.
But then,
like it, right?
Yeah, he did.
Got nudged to go handle it.
Yeah, and then Jada rolled her eyes, and that was the
that was the switch.
That was the green light. That's the green light.
That's all it takes.
Just one look.
Yeah,
that's all it took.
Yep.
And Will strolled up on stage and slapped Chris Rock right across the face.
It looked hella staged.
Yeah,
for a minute, and then once you heard them arguing back and forth, and then I was like, "Oh shit, this was real."
Especially, the exchange after Will was yelling at him. He's just keep my
keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh well, this is real. This is real."
It was wild.
We get it. You're from Philly, bro.
The auditorium fucking fell silent, and it seemed sort of like kids caught between their mom and dad fighting, and everyone just shut the fuck up, you know? So funny.
The best one was the actress that was sitting behind Will Smith.
Yeah.
I think she's the actress from Us.
Yes.
The Jordan Peele movie.
Get Out. No, Us. Yeah, Us. You're right.
And she was laughing at first because maybe she thought it was staged as well. But as soon as Will started yelling back, like her face just like went surprised and was like, "Oh." Like it was that dad hit mom at the dinner table type thing.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's crazy. I don't know. Let's get into this. It's wild because there's the whole idea of it being staged. I know you mentioned that. One of my friends, Ninos, nobody fucking knows this guy. And if you ever listen to this podcast, Ninos, nobody fucking knows you.
I know you, Nino.
I love you.
You come on. People will know.
So anyways, this guy was, he was in the defense of like it being staged. He's like, man, I really don't believe that, And I was like, really? And initially it was like, what part are you thinking is staged? Is it the slap? And then he realized that the slap is really found footage of it slow-mo. There's contact, real full contact. And I was like, okay, because I heard last night someone with the defense of it being fully staged and
sorry, if you hear the pod dog in the background.
You're coughing up a lung, poor guy. This guy's got a GoFundMe, by the way. We're getting his esophagus freaking cleared out. Yeah, there was like so many angles coming at it, and one of the guys that I originally found right away was saying it's fake, guys. You can tell because Chris, and he was saying that he moved with it, talking about the old movie staging.
Yeah.
Where
like
you
the movie slap.
you come and you do that. And then that was debunked almost immediately because you can tell with the slow-mo that there was contact.
Debunking videos about this.
Yeah, it's so wild, right? It's so crazy. So that shut my friend down right away. And I was like, no. And he was like, no, man, I still think that maybe they staged the whole thing to make the Oscars better. Yeah. And there's that sort of, I don't know. See, I don't fucking believe that at all.
That's not a bad theory because everybody has been talking about how the Oscars have been dying for years,
Sure.
Yeah.
So I could see, it's freaking Hollywood. I could see them drumming up things. But that is an extent.
But that would mean that they would need to do something crazier next year.
Oh, God.
With that viewership, with more people in attendance or viewers watching.
I want to watch see someone else get smacked,
Yeah.
Maybe they're hoping that just that energy just carries for a couple years.
And then we just remember, oh yeah, the Oscars is a cool thing.
Like I did.
I don't know. But I have a weird defense, man, or weird theory, I guess I should say, is I don't know. Like, first of all, the joke, I'll get that out of the way. The joke being offensive. We should ask each other.
Oh, yeah. What do we think about the joke?
What do you think about the joke? Offensive or not offensive?
Honestly, I didn't think it was that offensive. I could see, sorry, anybody who deals with alopecia, but, when my first instinct was like, it's alopecia, it ain't cancer.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yes.
I was like, yeah, it's bad, but it's not like, oh, Chris Rock was making fun of a cancer patient,
Right.
That's where I'd be
That's
like,
my line too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But then I was like, yeah, like I put it in the same category as people making fun of people who are balding, because they're dealing with a condition where they're losing their hair and stuff like that. So I can see that. Maybe I'm not versed in the other effects of alopecia. Yeah. All I know is the hair loss part of it. So if there are any other medical conditions that go along with it, that sucks. but I am not a medical doctor.
Yeah.
But
You're not?
I'm sorry.
I mean, I found it not offensive at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But like the comedy I like is you can go in as hard as you want. Like you get
Yeah.
on me or whatever, and I'm just laughing because
Yeah.
to me it's a joke at the end of the day, and that's their job is to tell funny jokes. And
Right.
And
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it. but
Sometimes you miss the mark.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
just
the
the way it fucking goes, man.
I mean, the funny thing is too, it didn't seem like Chris Rock actually missed the mark because people were laughing, and Will seemed like he was laughing.
Yeah.
He was laughing, dude. He was really laughing. And
Maybe he just had to go up there to like redeem himself with Jada just because like she's like, you're fucking laughing at that joke, and he's like,
damn.
which is crazy because I for a fact, I feel that if it was the other way around and Jada heard a joke about Will, she would be fucking ruffling, rolling on the floor laughing at everything against him. I don't think she would do what he did for sure.
I felt the same way. We're like, if the roles were reversed and it was a joke on Will's expense, like I don't think Jada would have probably been laughing along. I mean, that's what it feels like,
Yeah.
The only thing I did hear is that there was some like beef between the Chris Rock and Will Smith, just because at the previous, I think like a couple of years ago.
You're right. It was the 2016 Oscars. I did see that.
He did make a joke to Jada
about
again.
Jada. Yeah,
about Jada. I don't remember the joke. I forgot it. But
she wasn't there, I believe, or
no, she was protesting the Oscars.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock was like, "Oh,
that's what it was."
He's all, "This doesn't make any sense." He's like, "It's like me protesting Rihanna's panties."
Yeah.
He's all, "I didn't get invited."
Yeah.
He's also, it's like, why is she protesting the Oscars? She didn't get invited.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that was a joke then.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny too.
That's funny too.
It is funny, and then especially, I don't know, but she probably didn't have a movie out.
That's what he was saying. That's what Chris Rock was saying, was like she was in a TV show, not a movie. She didn't get invited.
That's why that joke makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not really offensive either. He's
a good joke teller, and he tells jokes that are current, and that's what he did this time.
And it's a joke. Again, we should reiterate that. It's a joke. It's not meant to really cause harm or anything like that. It's just to, poke fun at something.
And it was funny because in the whole arguing back and forth, he was like, it was a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah.
And he's like...
And you know what's funny with all this? Like, everybody's reacting to what Will did. Nobody is like saying that, or at least I'm not hearing many people say that, oh, what Chris Rock said was warranted Will Smith going up there.
Yeah.
First of all, nothing warrants violence, especially comedy.
Right.
Like comedy. It doesn't warrant violence. Put it that way.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, man, like, if Will really wanted to do it in a way, like, he's kind of a jokester too. Like, wouldn't he like throw a jab? Make fun of.
Yeah, he's good with his
dozens,
words.
man. Yeah,
that's
fucking
the
going in
point.
on him.
You're good with your words. He's good with words. Fucking go at it with your tongues.
You're telling me that that's what that situation called for? Like, words weren't going to do anything. I literally needed to put him in his place that night on fucking public television and fucking slap him. Like, what the fuck did that solve? It didn't solve nothing at all.
No.
You also didn't get to say what you wanted to say, really, which was, hey, man, that hurt her feelings. Why don't you fucking apologize?
Yeah.
Boom.
Or something real, something real man-like,
Gentleman-like,
Contrary to what you think, going up and fucking slapping someone for that is not really fucking man-like.
It's a bitch move.
Absolutely.
And not only that, like we were saying, like it didn't accomplish what he wanted. It even could have ramifications because now there's talks of, because later on in the night, Will did end up winning his first Oscar for his portrayal of King Richard, the Serena Williams and Venus Williams' dad.
Yeah.
He ended up winning.
I heard that was a good movie too.
It was a good movie.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
I gotta watch it.
Gotta check it out.
It's on my list too.
So he ended up winning his first Oscar for that role. And now there's talking about that it could possibly be removed from him for his actions of what happened.
Wow. So crazy.
And it sucks.
All that for that.
It's his first Oscar. And I heard because they were interviewing people and I heard John Leguizamo say it sucks that he tarnished it by doing that.
Yes.
Because it's his first Oscar. Could have been, boom.
Horrible timing.
Historical moment for him in his life. And now it's just overshadowed by him, smacking someone.
Yeah.
Not only that, his peers knew it was wrong because they showed pictures of when they cut to a commercial break that Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington both went to go talk to Will.
Yeah.
And tell him what's up.
Hey man, you need to apologize kind of deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
when Father Denzel comes up to you, bro.
yeah.
Big time, dude.
You don't want to
for
get
sure.
equalized.
You fucking
Sorry, go
listen.
ahead.
And you know what? Like, just to go off on his little tangent, like it was slightly triggering when he did his acceptance speech for his Oscar, because he used Denzel's words of advice, saying like, "Oh, when you're at your highest, the devil's gonna try to attack you."
Yeah.
And it was a little triggering because I was like, dude, you're blaming
You're the one attacking.
Yeah, you're blaming your actions on like, oh, this exterior force is what made me do this. It's no, man. You chose to go up there and do that.
Yeah.
And because I hate when people are like, the devil made me do it type thing. You know, like plenty of like
serial killers say that.
And you can't associate yourself with them.
Yeah,
you can't put yourself in the same headspace while we all share the same headspace. Like, come on,
maybe
that's not
they
a good defense.
do.
Maybe they do. Now, here's a weird, I know I mentioned earlier, I had a theory. Here's my theory. I know we've been with our girls for quite a while. I don't know if you've experienced this exactly, but here's what I've experienced, dude. We're trying to freaking leave for the night. My wife and I have an event we're going to. We're getting ready. Maybe we're running a little bit late. And somehow we have a little spat at the house, you know, this little argument, you know, tensions are high. Ooh, and you have an objective. Something always goes wrong, you know, you fucking forgot something, you forgot the present, the gift or whatever, or something didn't go right and
didn't put gas in the car.
Attitude. Everything goes against you, you know. At your worst, the devil comes against you.
Nice.
And he does. What happens is you guys are both fighting and you leave, you know, but you show up to this event, you put on a smile, but something triggers your wife midway and you are forced to get up and fucking reconcile this happening, you know? I almost felt like it was that. And here's what I'm saying too, because it's that moment where the husband or wife or whoever the partner is at the time,
whoever feels they need to do the reconciling,
doing the reconciling, you almost want to go and fucking punch that wall and be like, you're just redirecting your aggression, you know? Maybe you were already fighting with your wife, like I said, or your partner at the time.
Okay.
And then when she's like, hey, we got to do something, you're like, all right, I'm going to do it. And then you fucking turn, you turn that aggression somewhere else because you don't want to hurt that person. You love your partner. Yeah. The reality is that's the truth, you know? But you put your direction somewhere else, your aggression somewhere else, excuse me. And I almost felt like that was that moment because she looked at him, he was laughing, having a good time.
Like, oh, shit.
he realized he was getting checked and he fucking got up. You could see him pulling his fucking blazer into place, you know, as he walks over like a pimp. And he fucking cocks back and does the biggest swing right across his face. Not the best slap, but pretty decent.
Yeah.
Pretty
decent.
Chris
Rock took it, dude.
He took it.
He took it like,
took it.
What the hell?
Like I was telling you, I feel like Chris Rock checked himself because it looked like he cocked back as he got hit, but he chose not to swing back.
Yeah.
And kind of kept his composure.
Yeah.
But to what you were saying, it feels like that there was something else going on because I think in his acceptance speech, he said something to the effect of like, what I've been dealing with or what's been going on. Kind of produced what happened. And
I understand method actors, you know, they go through a lot of torturing themselves, trying to get into the headspace of a role, you know, and that role of the Williams father being, you know, protective in a certain way.
Yeah, kind of overbearing, a little controlling.
He may still keep a little bit of that aggression left over. We know Jim Carrey went through a lot with the whole role of Man on the Moon, Andy Kaufman. So, you know, you just forever changed. And I understand that. And I respect, you know, that headspace. If he's in a weird mental place right now, I'm not trying to come from a place where I'm, you know, trying to fucking, you know, condemn him or something. I don't know what the perfect word is, but yeah, I'm not trying to poke fun at him. I don't know. It's just
you're right. Like it could be and he kind of said it too in his acceptance speech where he's like, you know, now he's like, I played what did he say? Like the crazy dad, and now I look like the crazy person up here.
Right.
Know?
He said something like when art meets reality, or
art
when
imitates
art
life.
Imitates life.
Yep.
That's the phrase, and then you gotta do the.
There are like some method actors that really don't come back, you know, it takes a long time to come back from their role or something like that.
Yeah.
But man,
Not to mention, I know we talked about it off the mic, but here on the mic, that G.I. Jane character, it's not like he called her a cue ball or like some sort of
some low ball joke.
Yeah, low hanging fruit ball jokes. You know, like he's using a reference of a powerful woman who, Demi Moore, that character, the character that she played,
in the original G.I. Jane,
in the original G.I. Jane, but joined the military,
and became a SEAL,
dude. So that's like, dude, he's not using a poor reference. That's a great reference. It's another fucking powerful bald woman, you know? Like that's like, I mean, man.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah,
it's kind of on point. It's a tasteful joke, even.
Yeah, it's not even that bad. It's like, right. So I told you guys when I heard about the incident, I didn't hear the joke. And I was like, man, he must have went in hard on Jada, like, to get that kind of reaction out of Will.
Dude.
And then I heard the joke and I was like, what the fuck? Really?
For real, dude.
For that joke? I was like, no, man.
Think about old Chappelle. Like, do you remember him on The Nutty Professor? When he was doing stand-up and the Nutty Professor showed up to the club and he told him, you're so fat, this and that. And he had nothing but fat jokes towards, like, he was just bagging everybody in the crowd. That was his type of comedy. It was a character that he was playing on a movie, but it was, Chappelle was the vehicle that did that, He was a young Chappelle, by the way. But that type of comedian that he was playing was the person that would only just fucking bag on the crowd and use everyone as a freaking to poke fun at.
And that's not uncommon for comedians to do that.
It's really not. And that's what I was going to say. Imagine if it was the most extreme case scenario where you have a comedian like that likes to fucking poke fun and be like, bitch, you bald, like you forgot your wig. Like it could have been really, really fucking bad, dude. Like if he was really that type of, poor comedian, that did that shit.
Yeah, then he would have got called out for that,
Absolutely.
Elsewhere.
Yeah. Because this is going to be interesting going forward to see what this, like how this affects Will. I don't know that it'd affect Chris Rock too much in a negative fashion.
Not in a negative way, but
no, I think you're very positive for him.
Because I think you're right. Like Will is a stand-up guy. So when he comes out of this, he's gonna just be even more tormented by the fact that he did do that.
Yeah.
And
not only that, like it's Will Smith is a type of guy and has a type of character where this could stain it. Like if you saw this from like Kanye or something, you'd be like, see, we all saw this coming.
Yeah.
It would have been like that.
Right. Absolutely, man.
With Will, you're just like, oh, this is like out of the blue.
Yeah.
Like nobody expected this. But
it's crazy.
We'll see what happens. We'll see if Jada does end up playing G.I. Jane.
That'd be great.
She's made for the role.
We'll see if he actually gets his award taken away.
That'd be
Will
cool.
Smith, or we'll see if he also gets his membership revoked for the
AAA.
Well, it's the
Not the SAG.
the Oscars is like the American something.
Oh, interesting.
No, I don't think you can get that taken away as long as you're an actor. That's like your.
Well, that's what was already
what's
being like. There's articles about it. So the Oscars, the association that they are, there's a long weird acronym name for it, but they were talking about revoking him, and also which makes him like he can't. I maybe think he won't be even recommended for any if he's pulled. His movies can't be in the Oscars.
Oh, they can be not.
Wow.
I think that's how that works. So I think that's why it's so important that they're even.
That'd be a big
that's why
one.
they're talking about it in the first place because it's so could be maybe devastating towards them. I don't know. I don't know.
You're right. I do want to see what
happens.
See what the consequences are.
But from there, we will head to break, and we'll play some music for you guys, and we'll be right back. Guess we'll close out this episode today. Thank you guys for tuning in.
That's it.
But we're gonna close it out with giving you guys a music roundup, things we've been digging for the week. I think I've mentioned it before, but like when spring hits or summer hits, like I start to get in a little bit more of a punk vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I like I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe it just takes me back to like high school and skating and stuff like during the summer and things like that.
Yeah.
But
your subconscious is like letting you know it's time.
Yes. But what's been on my radar lately is they're an older band, and I've heard of them before, but I never really gave them the proper listen. And they're called the Willem Scream.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I never gave them a proper listen. I've heard a couple songs. but they popped up a lot on my radar recently.
Okay.
And so I started listening to like albums, and I was like, these guys are good. Like, got that like skate punk vibe, you know, kind of
Okay.
like double time, you know, drums, and then but also like hooky melodies as
Okay.
well.
Are they still a band today?
Yeah, actually,
Good then. Okay.
just released an album, I think last year.
I would have felt a little guilty if I never really gave them the time of day and they were good. That would have really sucked.
You're like,
man.
no.
Yeah. Those are the worst.
But yeah, I've been digging them.
Nice.
So if you guys are into some good old fashioned skate punk, go check them out. A good listen. Another band I've been really digging. They're called Jet Black Alley Cat. There you
Wow.
go. A
Okay.
little bit of a tongue twister. But they got like a kind of dance indie vibe, I guess, to them a little bit.
Okay.
Same. They were a band that had been on my radar, but I'd never listened to them because Jet Black was in their name.
Yeah.
So I associated with the old band Jet. So I just assumed they were just kind of like bar rock or something.
Yeah.
But no, good stuff. Got kind of a cool, maybe indie, maybe a little bit of new wave in there.
Interesting. Nice.
But yeah, been digging them. If you guys are interested, please give these bands a listen. But what have you guys been into?
Joyner Lucas. Yeah, this
Yep.
last week, man.
I got the drip game, nigga, on the big man. Switch lanes on him, hit the mid range.
Despite the news, that was just something that became relevant at the time. But yeah, he's been on my radar. So I've been listening to him like kind of nonstop the last 4 or 5 days.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
just kind of getting my fix. It's been feeling really nice. I like things that get me pumped up, and that definitely gets me pumped up. It's like certain lyrics that I'm vibing to, and I can definitely relate to.
It's definitely like hype music. Like I feel like I could, if I went to the gym,
Yeah.
that's what I would
yeah,
listen to.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That would totally get you pumped for the gym.
Yeah.
yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Get those extra reps in where you're like, oh, I'm getting tired, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kicks in.
Yeah.
And then there's one other band that I'll also mention as well. Like honorable mention, I was listening to them already a few weeks ago, but I went through my liked music and I realized that I liked 3 of their songs, so they're definitely worth a listen. Called Provoker, and they have a new album out, which is how I'd seen it on Spotify. New album alert popped up, and I listened, and it was really good. Album's called Body Jumper. The band is Provoker.
Nice. You said what kind of sound? Like
It's like sort of like a maybe like a new wave dreamy type of like
Nice.
Okay.
rock. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, really good vibe though. Really
Nice.
good vibe.
Would you consider them a slow mosh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe?
You might do a little bit of slow moshing to them. Maybe even regular moshing too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's
Fancy.
nice. And
What about you, Ed?
been digging this just popped up on my radar too. It was No Offense. Have you heard of him?
Sound familiar.
No offense, but what like caught my attention was it was a song featuring Hot Mulligan
Okay.
and
All right.
Extra Large Holiday Card. I never heard of them.
We were like we said before, these new
It's a
bands and their
great name.
names,
Yeah,
man.
dude. But it was just like a cool song that popped up. Like it was just like out of nowhere. I was like, oh, all right, it's a cool song. It's kind of like poppy a little bit, but like indie pop, maybe rock, you know,
Okay.
kind of style. And then other than that, it's been Pierce the Veil. It's been like kind of
Ooh, yes.
saw a video like
That's cool.
them on my algorithm just pop up. It was King for a Day.
Oh,
And then I was just
Good
like
song.
got locked in there and was listening to
That's sick.
a lot of Pierce the Veil. So
Nice.
can't go wrong with Pierce the Veil.
their early stuff you can consider almost skate punk too, huh?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
Because they do
Yeah.
get that like, double time fast stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did trend more into like the screamo-ish realm a little bit.
They did, yeah. They went,
But-
yeah. They trailed hard into that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like, we gotta
but it-
lean hard in this.
But it was still good. I liked it. Like, shoot,
Yeah.
I don't think I've fallen off. Like, it's not like the greatest albums, but it's like, oh, I like every album that they came out with. So,
Maybe that'd be one for a retro review,
yeah,
album review. Do the first one.
That's a good one. I'm down to do that too.
Let us know. We will be doing. We call them. We're calling it retro review.
Yeah.
Basically, albums we have listened to in the past,
Yep.
giving them a re-listen. After a decade or so, and let us know if there's any suggestions. Any
Yeah,
you
let
want
us-
us to check out.
We'll do them.
But we'll do it.
We'll do them.
Whatever you
Request it,
want.
We'll do it.
It's a little
If you want us to eat food on the podcast, let us know.
a little needy. We'll do them.
Ghost Pepper Challenge, whatever. But thanks everybody for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave us any suggestions, comments on the episode, just the suggestions for future topics.
And suggestion box below.
The write it out, drop it in.
Yep.
But thank you everybody for tuning in. But until next time, take care everybody.
Peace.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. You made it through the whole video. If you would like, you can subscribe down here, hit the bell icon to get the notifications, and also click these other links to find old videos and different stuff that we've done.